Hey guys, this is your girl Connie Konichiga, and if it's Konichiga, it's Konichiga, actually not Konichiga. Where did I get that from? This is not me. Let me be me. Hey guys, this is your girl Konichiga, and if it's the first time stopping by, hey there, you're welcome. And if you're returning something, I appreciate you so much. So what's good, people? What's good? How you doing? Tell me what's been going on. I just decided to do this video and just, you know, talk to you guys. Yeah. So here's the thing. A lot of people have been asking me so many questions about working in China, and I just feel like working and staying in China, working, staying, studying, but mostly it has been about working. And then hey daddy, daddy's home. Hey daddy, daddy's home. Hey daddy, daddy's home. Hey daddy, daddy's home. Guess who's home? Guess who's home? Who do you think is home? Babe?
What's that?
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Today's the day. So first things first. Some people apply jobs online. Some people go online and be like, jobs in China, and then you see all of these huge adverts with like the salaries are amazing, and then you see the job description, you're like, ah, piece of cake, I'm coming, this is mine. Guys, do not believe what you read on the internet. There, I've said it. I'll drop the mic and then bye. Do not believe what you read on the internet, because it's the internet. Of course they are trying to lure you here. Imagine if their adverts were not that good. Obviously no one overseas would want to come and work in China, so they try by all means to make sure that their adverts, job application, vacancies, or whatever you want to call it, they are so appealing, so much so people would want to come and work here. But when you come here, guys, you need to be prepared for anything. Be prepared for anything, and the worst included. I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm trying to be as open as I possibly can, so that in the event you do come, you are not gonna say, ee, that girl misled us, ee, that girl said it was chocolates and roses. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm basically telling you that when you first do not believe what you see on the internet, the second step is definitely not to expect anything at all when you get here. So as I was saying, you definitely need to be prepared for the worst, because China is a completely different country than most countries. It's pretty enclosed. They have been trying to be more outgoing recently, creating relations, letting people in, letting people out, but still, culture-wise, it's totally different from where most people come from. When you come here, for example, if you just have a visa, if you happen to have a visa to come to China, and then you're gonna be like, I'm coming to work here, the most common jobs that you can get in China are teaching. And when I say expect the worst, you are not gonna get your money easily. You are gonna work, and you're gonna work, and you're gonna work, and then you're gonna get your money. You're gonna work your ass off. It's gonna be painful. You're gonna hate it, but you're gonna work still, because at the end of the day you came here to work. So you need to be ready for that. Now I have to be, forgive me if I'm looking down, it's because I had to write all of the points down. I did not want to forget and just say the wrong things to you. So let's say you look for a job online, and then they prepare, they make the visa for you, and then you come here. You need to be prepared for the fact that you may be in a position so hard it'll be hard for you to get accommodation because it's very expensive to rent here in China. And if you do find an apartment that's good, it is very, 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 very expensive. And probably if it's cheap, it'll be very far from where you work, so you may probably end up having to like wake up so early in the morning, say 5 a.m. To leave at 6 to arrive at 8, and then finish, well, it depends with the type of school that you're working on. The time where you knock off, they're all different. So the most common jobs in China, are teaching English to Chinese. And we have like 2 different kinds of schools. One is a training center, and then one is like a kindergarten. If it's a training center, it means that the kids will come to a school after they have gone to their own school. It's like an extra lesson, extra curriculum type of thing. So it's like these kids, they go to their own main school, and then afterwards, let's say 4 p.m, that's when they knock off, and then they go to your school. So which means that during weekdays you start probably at 2 or 1 p.m, and your lessons or your classes will probably start at around 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. depending on what time the children will get to your school after their main school. So if you work at a training center, you are most probably going to be working from Wednesday to Saturday. So it's like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday you're working, and then your off days are Monday and Tuesday. But if you work at a kindergarten, it's different. Kindergarten is the kids, they go to your school from morning till about 4 or 5 p.m. That's when you knock off. So this one is from Monday to Friday. So it depends. When you apply for a job, you need to check all of these things out before you come, whether or not it's a training center or it's a kindergarten. Now when you come here, you need to forget about certain things. For example, we have certain principles and certain beliefs, and we all have our pride. But when you come here, teaching in China is completely different from teaching. I'm Zimbabwean. It's completely different from teaching in Zimbabwe. If you're a teacher in Zimbabwe, you can dress up all good, go in front of the kids, and then start lecturing, start teaching. But here it's like you're playing with the kids. That's the honest truth. It's like you're playing with the kids, and you have to do some of the craziest things. And if you have that self-pride, like, nah fam, I don't do that, then sister, brother, you're gonna struggle here, because there aren't a lot of schools that will make you not want to be active, I suppose, because you really have to be like super crazy when you are working as an English teacher in China. So that's one thing. Try to set aside some of the principles that you have had, some of the beliefs that you have had, and most importantly, your self-pride. If you're coming here to work, keep your eye on that. It doesn't matter what you have to do, as long as if it's normal, sane, then keep your eye on the money, keep your eye on the goal. The rest does not matter. And then apart from teaching English to Chinese students, people, there are other jobs, but not too many. We have like modeling. If you're slender, you can definitely get a modeling job, and you model for different companies, for different brands. And then if there's also acting, you can go and be an actor and still get paid. I'm not really sure how much these people get, but I heard if you get a good gig when it comes to acting, it's well paying. Heck, they may even fly you to USA and then you go and act there. But this is really tricky because we all know that there is human trafficking, so don't take chances. I wouldn't. I have been approached by a couple of people who wanted me to go and act, and they were like, there's a scene that's to happen in Canada, and then we're gonna pay for all the expenses. I'm like, bruh, yeah, I like being on camera, but nah fam, I ain't going. No, so that's the other thing. And then apart from like acting, modeling, another one is being a PR in a club. So if you're appearing in a club, you're basically gonna be telling a lot of people to come to your club, the club where you work at, and then when the people you would have invited to come to the club where you work at, they're just gonna say your name by the door. After saying your name by the door, they go inside and then they're gonna have a good time. There's gonna be a free bar, music, dancing, and everything. And then the person, they get paid by the number of people they invite. So the more people you invite to go clubbing, the more money you're probably gonna get. I don't know how much they earn, but it's also another job. It's however it's however painful. I like to think that this job is painful because you will be working from probably 10 p.m. to 3 or 4 a.m. every night. If you are a night owl and you think you can do that, then you can definitely go on ahead and do that. Now, there are certain challenges that you may have to face when you are an African that's coming to work in China, especially when it comes to teaching English. Yes, we're teaching English, right? So sometimes they prefer English native speakers, people from Canada, USA, the UK, Australia. Now South Africa is also one of them. So imagine in Africa, only South Africa, right? Here, can you teach even though you can't speak Chinese? Yes, you can, because most of the schools, they have some local teachers who can speak both Chinese and English. So it means that in the event that you're teaching a class and then the kids do not understand you, the local teacher will be there to help you translate some things. But some schools do not like this. They only want the children to be in an environment whereby there is only English, so that the kids can, you know, improve better. So it just depends on the school. But in the event that you go to a school which allows you to teach with a local teacher, then you have nothing to worry about, because if they say something you don't understand, the local teacher is there to translate for you. Or if you want to communicate something and then you try to do movements, you try to do so many things, you know, facial expressions, but they do not get you, you will have your local teacher to help you translate. Also, another thing, when you come here, if you haven't gotten your job online and they have said we're gonna give you a working visa, and then you just use other means to come to China, like you look for an agent to help you fix a visa, be very careful, because there are scammers left, right, and center. There are people out there with no mercy or whatsoever, and they just want to get the little amount of money that you have. They do not care. So in the event that you want to come here, you don't have a job, you're like, okay, fine, let me just go to China and then I'll look for the job on the ground. Be very careful who you deal with. Not everyone is there likes you. Not everyone there likes you, and not everyone there is willing to help you. Now let's talk money. All right, the money, well, it's definitely better compared to in reference to my country, Zimbabwe. It's definitely better. But if you are living in a city like Beijing or Shanghai, it's not that much, because first of all, renting apartments is very expensive, and second of all, Beijing or Shanghai, these cities are just expensive, period. Beijing is the capital, there are a lot of foreigners here, so it's expensive. Shanghai is a tourist attraction city, there are a lot of foreigners there, so it's expensive. But you can't also ignore the fact that these are the other cities where you can get like a good salary. So it's like you're getting this salary, you're probably getting like $2,000 US, but then you're gonna spend it on food, transportation, and accommodation. So it's basically like you're getting this money here and you're spending it here. You're not taking this money out. Yeah, you will have to do some serious savings for you to be able to make something out of yourself. But if you're someone that gets easily carried away, trust me, there are so many exciting things this side, and there's so many fancy apartments, and you may end up paying like 1,000 US dollars for that apartment, and it's so good, it's amazing for the gram, and then people be like, wow, they're living the life, but at the end of the day you're not doing anything. So it's all about what you have set your mind on, what you have come here to do. And one last thing, people think that everything in Beijing is cheap, everything in Beijing is $1 or a cent, or China is very, very cheap. That is not true. When you come here, you'll see for yourself that stuff ain't cheap. It's not. It's pricey to a certain extent. So yeah, that is pretty much it. And I don't know if I left something. Well, if I did leave something, do not worry, I will be sure to try and type it in the description box. So go on ahead and read the description box. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I will be so glad to answer if I can. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. See you in my next video.